So Abdurrahman, you are now host of this, so please continue. Yes, we can see.
Okay. Okay, so can you guys see my screen now? Okay, so let's just start the class. So this is the class 7, and let's just recap on what you learned the last class, the class 6. By the way, if you didn't know, it was about tables. So what we learned was okay. So the first question is, what is frames and rules? Remember we learned last class what is frames and rules. So can someone tell me what is frames and rules? Yes, can someone raise their hand, and can someone tell me what is frames and rules, please? Anyone? If no one raises hands, then I have to choose someone. Okay, so say if I want to ask you then, what is frames and rules? Yes, Sonicum, what is frames and rules, my friend?
I forgot actually. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. But can you think about something? What does frame look like to you? Remember?
Wait,
told
I think you are talking about for the table there was for it there was border
yeah.
that looked like the frame, like
Good
photo
job.
frame,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I don't know
Exactly.
what does rule mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Frame is something very great. But rules is also the same thing, where it's opposite. Rules is something inside. So great job. I'm impressed with you, Safe. Good job. Keeping up. So uh, frame is something which defines the outer frame, the thing I forgot and then I recovered. So that was frame. I told you already. I hope you remember that. You have to write frame, and then you can write border for having that. You can learn that rules from Google, I told you. And then rules is something which we do the same thing but for the inner. I hope I don't have to tell you. If you forgot it, then you can tell me or message me right now, or you can just open your mic and then I'll teach you again. Otherwise, if you know, then we continue. Okay, so what is a basic course structure to make a table? It's very easy, right? How do you start making a table? What do you tell to a computer? So let me choose someone else, someone interested to answer this question. It's very easy, this one. Anyone? Or should I choose someone? Okay, looks like I have to choose someone then. Okay. Zayan, can you answer this question? Assalamualaikum. I think you have some mic issues. We can't hear you. Okay, then I have to ask Rayan. You're the only person left. Rayan? Yes. Do you know what is the basic code structure? We already taught you, right?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember? Or should I give you some hints?
But you have to normal tag sign table inside.
Yes.
You can also
Okay,
use
first what do we put?
TR.
We first put what? Remember? We put table, right? You said that's correct.
Then we put TR.
Good job.
TD.
Yes. Then, okay.
We write the information we want.
Okay, good job. Then we close the TR and we close the table. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm impressed. Great job. Okay. So, last time we kind of, missed some chapters. So, it was we had shorter of time, so we missed some stuff. So we were learning about tables, right? But now I want to teach you how do you employ borders by using styles. So let me show that how you do that. Just gonna go here. Okay. Let me make a new table. Table border dot html. Okay, shortcuts, we do that. We take this out, this. Okay, so let me just write quickly the table thing. Table, remember table, then tr, then inside there td, then what should I write? Okay, 1 minute. Should I write like that? No. Okay, name, age or something. Yes, age and country. Okay, country. Okay, so that's about it. I'm just gonna copy this path to my Google here, and we got the table. So let me just specify some borders. It's gonna say frame here. Frame, remember, like this one. Yep, this one here. I can remember I taught you frames, so I'm just gonna do this. I don't wanna waste time, so border, what is this? Okay, frames, I'm gonna say border, so then it's gonna do this, and automatically we're gonna have some border. But let me add other things also, like just copy that data, right? It's much easier, I guess. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this data, and I'm gonna come here, do this. Okay, admit him. Okay, remember this, right? I'm just doing the basic stuff that we just did last time. So there we go, right? We did this all, and that's what we have right now. So okay, so now I'm just gonna, so that's about it, right? That's what we did like the last class. Let me add some padding to it because it doesn't have padding. Tables, yeah, this one. Just gonna add some width and height. Okay, come here and let me see this. Okay. Okay, and now you see it looks good now, right? Everyone knows this, right? This was the basics that we learned. If you have any doubts, I can still recap. All I did was, give this a width, a little bit of width, a little bit of height, and then you got a border. You put in a border like this line here, not inside, like this line over here, like from here. This one is called border. This is for frame, and then rules is like this one. This line's here, this one, and this one. So I just said all. If I don't say it all, then this is gonna happen. Either you want it or not. It's your wish. I'll keep it just to make you guys understand. Okay. This, and yeah, we're gonna keep this. So applying borders by using styles, right? So how do you like apply a border like by using style? Because right now you're using frames and rules, so you can do by using also style, but it's like the same thing like we did like for frames and that. But right now we're just doing it like we just like first what we did in this, we just made a structure, right? But now I want to design the structure. So how do I do that? Like if I want to change the color of the border, maybe a border color width, maybe I want to make it fat, maybe I want to make it thick, so I can say border width. Maybe I want to change the color of the border, so I can do that. So let's just see how we do that, right? It's gonna come here. Oopsies. Okay, border color, yeah, we have to go in the style because so style, come in the style. I say border. I gonna say border color. Yeah, let's just do border color first. Say border color. So border color, we can make it blue. So you can say here we added this color in the styles, and then we refresh this. And then, oh yeah, you see it's kind of blue. I think can't see it. I have to make the width a little bit better. Border width. Border width. I need to do border width something like 10 pixels, I guess. Yeah, that should be it, I guess. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so border style specify. Oh, in pixels, I did that. Just gonna have to do that in there. Okay. Okay. Can also specify here because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So something not good with HTML. Yeah, you see now I specified the border and also the color. I can change it now. Okay, I can change the color now. So maybe I want the border color to be color border color to be something like it's not working. Just 1 minute. Okay, just want the border color to be this one. Okay, so we do this here, do this. Okay, and it becomes blue, and then I can change the, if come here, it's gonna become blue. So you see it becomes blue. So if I want to change the width, I can do it from here. So whenever something does not work right, one of your codes, like for here, my code was not working here. So try to do something different because sometimes your it doesn't understand, because I was trying to go for table, but I think the border color doesn't work in front there. So you have to define this one, TD, like one cell, You see, this is one cell. So I define that. I think you can define. Let me check if you can define. You can also define a full cell. Like, check if you can do that. Yes, you can do that. Either you can define a particular cell, or either you can do that like for 3. So yeah, that's a good thing. So let me just change it to 3 pixels, and yeah, you see it works. 10 pixels. Okay, and maybe the color I can change it to maybe yellow. Okay, you see it works now. Yeah. So yeah, that's about that. Maybe you can also do it like individually. I hope you guys understood this now. All I taught you guys is just how to do style inside TR and TD. For some reason, it doesn't work on table, and yeah, I think some things don't work in table, but this thing doesn't work in table, the border thing, because it is inside the border, right? Because table is not particularly a border, because when you're styling a table, it's not like it's not particularly a border, because TR and TD, if you ask me, they're the border. So it makes sense that it works here. So yeah, is there any doubts right now? If there's any doubts, you can ask me. All I did was just make style, and you can do this, and you can make it colorful like how you want it to be. Maybe you can do it like this, that. You can multi-shade like this. Like this. You can just style it everyone individually, or you can do it like together. So your imagination, it's your imagination. You can make this yellow. You can make this green. You can make this red. This red. You can make this something like violet. You can make this pink. It's gonna become multi-shade, and it's gonna like look kind of good. So yeah, you can make it like this, and you can just save this, and you see it looks good, right? It looks so cool now. Yeah, I like it now. I can make it like better also. You can do it for all. like this. So yeah, it's just your imagination right now. Okay, so yeah, you can see now, that's it. Hope you understood this. All we did is just did a style on this, and that's it. Okay, and now, so we did border width, border color, and then we taught how you do border style. So yeah, okay, you can also like change this also. This line over here, if you want to change this line, you can also do that. So there are different types things you can do. Let me show you what I mean. So what I can do right now is here, I can come here. Maybe let's just do it for this one. I can say border style. No, it didn't work. So I have to keep that, and then it's gonna work. Border style. It means, what it means is what kind of style you want, because right now it's only line, right? So now you can see all of this options comes. So maybe I want dashed, maybe I want dashed. So you look at this blue one, okay? You see it became this. See, it looks so good, right? And then we can have it dotted also, maybe dotted you want. Dotted. There's just one. So yeah, you can see dotted, this one. You see, it looks so cool now, right? So yeah, it's your imagination now. All you have to do is just write border style, and you're gonna get many options like dotted, double, groove. Okay, I think groove works. Oops. Okay, groove. It's like that. So yeah, your imagination, you keep it to yourselves. You're filled with it. Okay. Let me just make it all so I can make it look all so great. Do that. Do that. Do that. Control V. Control V. Control V. So I'm just gonna make it all so all the lines, they look kind of that, and I can do that, and can also do it here, just give it color like that. Just copy this all here, this one, just gonna copy this here, see, and I'm gonna give it to this lines here, this one's here because I didn't define them, so I'll do that. And yeah, that's about it. This what happened. Should you see something bad happen? Okay, let me just define it like that. Okay, so like that, you can just do that. We just copy this all, C, V, and then you can change the color if you want. Yeah. Okay, I think yeah, that's gonna work. And now you can see what this little change can do. Now you see it became something else, right? So just making something like very little, this changes, if you just learn this, it's gonna do a big impact. So yeah, so that's the thing. So let me just get rid of this one thing. Okay, hope you guys understood now. Any doubts, just open the mic, because I don't usually look at the chat. Okay, so now you can see, right? It looks good. Okay, so next, moving on the next chapter. Does anyone have some doubts? I'm looking at the chat now. Okay. So no one's having any doubts. If you have any doubts, just tell me, okay? So we done this now. Applying border by using styles. We did this. Okay, now we're gonna move on the next chapter, which is called setting cell padding, right? So what is this right now? What is happening right now? It doesn't have padding, maybe I want to make the cell inside. I want to make it bigger. So how do I do that? So you can do that by using cell padding. As you can see here, you can do that by writing table inside the table tag. You can just write the cell padding, and that's automatically just gonna, make it, it's gonna make it huge. Like you can see it defines here, right? If I just make it 4, then it's gonna become smaller. It's like space inside the cell. So maybe I'll just write it. So I'll come here. This thing is not in style, so I'll not use style. I'll just write here directly cell padding and padding. Spelling is right. Okay, spelling is right, and I can just copy this. Okay, Control C, and that's all, I guess. Okay. Cell padding, you see, I can do that, and then maybe 10. You can see this. There must be a difference. Maybe it's hard for you guys to see, but you see, there's a difference. Maybe, oh, what is that? Okay, you see, there's a huge difference if you ask me. Oh, there's another line like that. Okay, so if I do 100, maybe 100, it's gonna have a huge impact. You see, see how little changes can make such a different thing. Just like making tables, you can, like, I don't know, you can do some stuff, like you can make a data thing, you can just make a cards game or something. You can do imagination, just a little thing, just in like 5 minutes I did this. So I don't know what you guys can do. So yeah, your imagination. So now I'm gonna use so you can also do padding instead of, like, if you want to do for individual, you can do that also individually by just doing, like, just saying padding inside the style. So what I'm trying to say is that if you don't want, like, for the whole data, for example, you don't want for the whole data, so you don't want for the whole data, right? You don't want for the whole data, you only want for fun. So you can do that quickly. You can do it, come here, and you can do this, and you can do that, and say I'm gonna use this one. I'm just gonna say padding. This is in style. Yes, it's in style. No, it's not in style. Okay, I'm just gonna come here. I'm gonna say padding. Padding, I can say how many pixels? 10 pixels. I can say 100 pixel. 100 pixel. Okay, and now you see only this one is gonna change and nothing else. See, imagination. Your imagination. You see, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, so I hope that's clear for you guys. And now we're gonna talk about cell spacing, right? We learned first we learned and understood about, like, an inside this thing. Now we're gonna talk about cell spacing, which is outside. So let's just get inside that. All you have to do is just write cell padding and cell spacing. So that's about it. We learned cell padding right now. So cell spacing we're gonna learn right now. So I can come here. I can come here. Can say cell spacing. Cells is come. No, it doesn't come. Spacing, cell spacing. Cell spacing, how much do I want? Maybe I want 10 pixels, I'm doing this like for the full thing. So you can say, see, there must be a minor change. Let me make it a bit more. Cell spacing. Okay, I think it doesn't work on this font, but it will work. Okay, you can say that. Okay, we'll see. You can also decrease it because right now it's at the top, so you can decrease it. So I can say that. And you see it decreased a little. If you notice the changes, it has decreased. Let me make it easier for you to understand right now. You can't see it because we have a padding here, so let me show it again. So right now you see this is the result right now. Okay, see right now this is the result, and when I make it a little bit more, like maybe 10, it's gonna make a minor change, a little bit minor change. See right now it's gonna make it a minor change. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Cell spacing, it's outside. It gives outside, outside this thing, like, it's like all about outside. Cell spacing is here, all about outside. Yeah, so yeah, to make a border, a single solid line between one cell and another, set the cell spacing to 0. So yeah, that's the thing. Now you guys understood, I hope. Moving on the next one. So setting horizontal and vertical alignments. So you can do this. I'm going to show you what it means. So let me just write the code. It's align center over here. What it does, it aligns the tables to the center. You know the word inside the table. Let me show you again what it means. It means right now, right, like my words are over there, right? So what if I just want them to be like in the middle? So what do? I can do what I can do is I can come here, okay, I can come here, I can say align center. Either you can do it like this, like inside TD, or you can do it in a style. For if you want to do it without style, you can just do it like you can just write like this. Align. You can say like this. Oh, okay. Okay. I can see if I do that now, it must be aligning in the center. You see? So it aligned in the center. Now that looks much better, right? Like that looks good. And yeah, you can do that with all, like you can do it with here. Very easy. Even I can do it in style. This one I just did it normal, but you know, I can also do it in style. So like all I have to do for style is you can see, you have to, for doing in the style, you have to first write text align, because remember text align we use for paragraphs also, so it's maybe easy for you for that. So text align center and vertical middle, just gonna copy that, and you can do that by using that. Okay, see now it's gonna work the same thing. So you see, works the same thing. So there's no actual difference. So yeah, hope you guys are understanding this. It's just easy. Just write text align. This one, if you get it without this, and oops, nope. Oh no. Okay. Okay. If you do without this, it can be okay. If you do without this, it's gonna be like this. See? Yep. Now I hope everyone understood that. So now we are going in something more better. Okay. So we learned tables, right? We learned lists. So now next thing, a very major thing right now we're learning is forms. Okay. So to fill out forms. So let me clear out one thing, okay? So what forms you're making right now here, right? They actually don't actually work. So the forms I will be making right now, they will not be working, because for making a form to work, you know, like how do you use a form? So, there's a form, there's a name, like you define your age or something, and then you submit it to someone, right? I can't like teach you right now that, because we're going to teach you in that for our class. So what I'm going to teach you is going to be how to make a basic form. Like how do you make like a form? Like how do you make a form, like working form, but when you press submit, it does nothing. So that's what we're going to learn today. So for like, when you write my name, for example, my name, then I write my age, then I can write my email. Then if I submit, right, it has to go to somewhere, right? It has to go to someone, right? So well, for that, to do that, like to make the form like that, you have to do some scripting, and you have to use some other like programming language, which we will cover in earlier topics, like more topics it will come inshallah. So we'll do that, but right now we're just gonna do this normal, just structure of a form. So whenever I write name, email or something, whenever I click submit, it's not gonna submit to anyone. It's gonna be just like blank. So this is what you're gonna do. So creating a basic form. Okay, so creating a form, you have to you actually combine this thing. You actually combine table and these two together, but instead of using table, you're using forms. Okay, instead of using tables, let me make a new, I have actually made it here. So let me make a new one just because you guys may get confused. Say forms .html. Say forms1.html. You can say this one, bam, and then I can say this one, okay, and then yeah. So for doing forms, right, remember for tables we used to do this, like tables, we used to do this, like we used to add tables here. Right now you're not going to do that. You're going to tell the computer now, instead of telling the computer, hey computer, I want to make a table, you're going to say computer, hey table, hey computer, I want to make a form. So for that you just do this, it's automatically going to come, and then let me just make it easier, form, close the tag, and then that's it. Now everything you do inside is going to convert into forms. Okay, so now there's some things you have to do for doing forms. Okay, so let's just study what we have to do. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is that you have to put this method, because you have to tell the form that what method you're like gonna do this. It's like something you have to do, like whenever you're writing something you have to do that. So for example, for form you have to do that because you have to say what method are you doing. So I can say method, I'm going to do post. So that's how you can do it. So whenever you're making a form, you just say method, and then you can also do that. Or you can also do this also, you can say form, or you can see what it means. Like what I'm trying to say is right now is what it's asking you is like what kind of method, like what kind of method you're going to send it, right? So what kind of method I'm going to send it. There's like so many method of sending like forms, right? Form, post, emails, like Gmails, like from letters and all that stuff. So this is what it's asking. So I can say method post, but it's not going to work because I didn't script it. Because first I need to script this. Right now we're not going to teach you how to script right now, but we're going to teach you later on, but right now not now. So you see, it's gonna be like we're just telling it we're gonna send it from post. This is like the basic. Or if you want to send like to form to someone, but you want to like mail to someone, then you can write like this. It's gonna say form, I want you to do action, I want you to say mail to me. So yeah, it's kind of hard for you to understand, I understand that, but just forget this. Okay, just forget this. It this way confuse you. Just understand this, like form is asking like how do you want to like send it. So I'm just gonna say mail to me. So that's it. Okay, just write action and just write your email who you want to send to. So it's gonna copy this, it's gonna come here, I'm gonna say will be. So I said to this action, I want you to send whenever someone has done the form, I want you to mail it to me. So yeah, hope you understood that. I'll save that. So, and we're gonna start writing our first codes, how we get the forms. Okay, so let me go in here. So that like, okay, now I hope that's clear for you now. So you can see that it's written here also what I explained you. This is here to send information, or you can also write a URL script that you can run for the submit the form, and which we're gonna reuse later on. So yeah, so that's it. The first thing we learned right now, we made a form tag, and the form is asking us what method you want to like post it. So I said like I don't want any method. I say I want action. So I say action. I want you to mail to. Whenever you say mail to, it means you're telling someone's mail. So you can automatically say anyone's mail, and it's gonna go somewhere. Okay. Now creating a text box. Okay. So now we're using something called input. Okay, so what is input? Input is telling input is like making a box. There's a form, right? You have a form, this one box, this one box called what's your name. So this is what it is doing. So this is exactly what it's doing. So let me show you what it's doing. I've done it here. Okay, so now I told you, right, we're going to be combining forms with this with a table. So how we're gonna do is that we're gonna write tr. Okay, gonna write tr, and we're gonna say td. This is the data you want to put. So for example, I want to put my name. Okay, name. And now you see what's gonna happen. Okay, if I just gonna do this, gonna copy path. Now you can see it works normal. Just for now, it works normal. I didn't put anything box. So now you see what's gonna happen. Everything normal, right? Let me recap. Okay, what I did, instead of writing table, I just wrote form with a close bracket, and instead of instead of styling it, it's asking me how do you want to send email. So I just want to send an email, so I just said action, and I want to say mail to, and I say my email. So that's it. All you have to learn is action, mail to, and then you write your email, and that's it. That's all we did right now. Okay, and we did the table record and table data, I mean. So now let's just see how we can put this in the name. So we can do this, like instead we can do this. So you can see here uh, what I'm trying to do right now is gonna be like this. Okay, so I'm gonna be making this one. I'm gonna do this, and now you see what's going to happen. And when I refresh this, you see, bam, see what's happened now right now. All I did was import a text. So when you put this command here, it does this. So yeah, so you can see what I'm trying to do. Right now it has a name. So now I'm putting another value inside. I'm just saying input type. I'll write it for you. I'm just gonna say input. I'm saying to it, I want to input you. I want to say input. Then I say type. Like, what do you mean type? Type means text. You want to be like make it in text. You want to make it in alphabets. You want to make it in numbers. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying text, and I want to do it for what? Now they're gonna ask you, like, for what, like name or email, what. So this is what is defining. So it's easy, but you have to kind of like, if you just understand like the theory about it, then you're gonna understand it. So yeah, do that. So I'm just saying type. I want the type in text, and I want what I'm doing right now is name, because when I do this right now, if I just say if I don't do this, look at this, what's gonna happen. Okay, it comes like this. It's gonna, if I click here, it's gonna come normal, but the form does not know what we're gonna be writing here, right? It doesn't know what we're gonna be writing here. So if I say here name, by the way, it comes like some options, it comes your name, email, and other stuff. But if I tell the Google the forms I want to do names, then see what's gonna happen. Okay, it's gonna automatically gonna be giving me, oh, let me save it. It's going to be automatically going to give me, see, it gave me the names, all the names I have, it had, like, it knows, then it gave me. So without it didn't. And now when I press here, I can just say like that, easy. So that's like the basic, right? That's like the basic, how you made a form. And that's all you did. All you did was made a form, said to email it to, whenever I press a send button, I want you to send it email to myself, so like me. And then I said it name, so this one name here, this one name comes here. If I don't add this here, then it's gonna be like this. See, it's gonna be like this. So I want that, so I do that name, and then after that I say I want you to have a box, input a box with the type text, because I want a text. I think we can change it. If I can change it, let me check. You can see it can have anything. Button, maybe button, maybe button. Let me refresh it. See, it's a button. It became a button now. So now I can ask it. Now maybe I want something else. Maybe there's so many options, right? Yeah, checkbox, color, date, maybe date. Okay, maybe date. How about date? Date, date and time. You see, it automatically comes. Isn't that cool? That's really cool, right? Look at this. It automatically comes. I can change the date. Very easy, right? But I'm gonna keep it at text right now, just because we're learning text. Okay. So hope you understood right now to me, like what I'm trying to say. Now we're gonna make another one, which is going to be my first name. So it's like same thing like name, but it is like first name. So yeah, it's like either you can write first name or you can write name. It's the same thing. Okay. You can write like this or whatever you want. It's same thing. So next thing the next thing you can do is you can also write like phone, not phone, but you can also make the size. You can specify a width, you can specify something for it. So let me show you what I mean. So phone also, I think it does the same thing like this thing. Let me check what it does. It does the same thing. So phone also, yeah, it does the same thing accurately, but instead of this, it just, you can just write your number easily like that. So yeah, it's like that. But right now we're just focusing on that text. So we're gonna remove this, and I can make it bigger. So how can I make it bigger? Maybe right now, right, it looks very like, it looks kind of small. If you wait, let me save that, and then we go here. So right now I think it looks kind of big or too small. So this thing, this full thing. So I can change the size of it. So how can I change it? I can come here. I can say size. I can say size, any size I want, maybe I can do 50 pixels. And you see it became bigger, or you can do 10 pixel, which is going to make it smaller. You see, imagination is yours, already told you. We just teach you, rest is up to you, okay? You see, you can do that, all that stuff. So yeah, hope that's clear. That's like the very basic of like, making a form. We still have time, so let me just teach you more in the depth, teach you a bit more forward. So okay, you can also define a max length, maybe, some people, they have very big names, they like literally have very big names. So right now, if I can, I'm just going to keep on writing, it's not going to have a length. So, I'm going to keep on writing like this. It's never going to stop. You see, it's never going to stop. I'm going to keep on going and going and going and going on going. And, it gets annoying. Like sometimes, when I'm checking forms, it's going to get annoying. Some scammers and some people. So you can add a max length. So maybe I want the max length to be, I can just say specify max length. So I can say here, I can say max length, how about 10, only 10. You can only add 10 things, okay, in it. I can just say that. And when I write here 1 minute, this is the first letter. 1, 2, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And after that I can't press it, you see, because it's already 10 letters, so I can't press it again. So that's a cool feature, right? So mostly forms you can add like 20. That's like the maximum to, so I'm gonna add 20. So 20. So yeah, you see, I'm gonna add 20 and it's gonna work. I can't spam it, only till there. So yeah, that's good. Now I hope you understood that. And now we can do something required, okay? So maybe some people, they come in the forms, they're like, they don't want to sign something, maybe they don't want to put their name. So what I can do is like, I can say, I can add a thing called required. So what is gonna happen is whenever I'm gonna send it, not gonna do anything. Okay, for seeing the required thing, I have to link it with the send button. So we're gonna look this property in the next time, right? I'm gonna we're gonna see it now, but let me just teach you something else now. So let me teach you the send thing. So yeah. Okay, so now you can also type your email, right? First you were like talking about name. Now I'm keeping a type email. So I'm gonna say email. I'm gonna come here, and maybe after this, right after this, I can say, should I keep it in the next box or should I keep it here? 1 minute. Let me check which looks better. Either I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, and I'm just gonna say import. I want to say import. I'm gonna say to it import type. I'm gonna say email. Okay, that's easy, right? And I can say here, this is the email. right? Yeah, email. See, it automatically comes here, you know. Or I can also come here and I can also put it inside here. This thing also, I can put it inside here also, like this. So it's gonna do the same thing. So yeah, just showing you how you can, you know, make it your, either you can make it like come here, or you can have a new cell for it, but it's your wish, you know. I'll have a new cell for it because I want to keep my work organized, and that's the most important thing in programming, you know. You have to keep your work organized, otherwise, you know, you're not gonna like be that I mean, not like you're going to be, you know, you're gonna like you're gonna face some problems, you know, when you have some errors. So yeah, I can see it works like that. So, you know, maybe I'll add this. Right now it's not gonna, like, you know, you can't see it is an email acting as an email, but it is actually acting as an email. You will find that out when I add a send button. So next thing we're gonna learn is creating a text area. Okay, so remember this, you know, in forms, you know, whenever you're going in forms, you know, maybe there's a like a comments box, you know, there's a comment box. So this is what it's doing right now. So I can come here, I can just do comment box, right? Can come here. So for comment box, instead of writing input, you have to write text area. Okay, so let me make a new for it. Instead of writing input, I can, what I can write is, let me define it first. Let me define it quickly. Let me define it. I'm going to define it, your comments, and your comments, and then I can say, instead of writing input, I said we can write text area. So we can say text area name, we can say name, and let me just copy this. So you see what I'm doing. Instead of writing like text area, you can like just, instead of writing input, you have to write text area, because for text area, you know, you're not specifying it as like a name or anything, because it's just like a temporary, you know, information, and that's why it's given in like another individual cell. So right, if I do that, so now you see you can do this and that, and that's cool stuff, right? Cool, very cool. It's very cool. It's fun actually. So you can write here, you know, comments here, you know, you can write whatever you want, you know, anything, your imagination, you know. That's it. And yeah, that's the comment box. Let me make it come down. I think can I make it come down? Yeah. Okay. So you can also define rows to it, you know, you can add rows to it. For example, maybe I want how many rows. Either you can also do it from here, but like whenever I reload it, it's coming like default like this. So I can like add some rows. Maybe right now it has 5, so I can say 10, and what's gonna do is gonna add another row. So yeah, hope that's clear to you guys. And I just want to check something. I want to make it come down. So can it come down? Control X. I think it can come down. Nope, it didn't come down. I don't know how I made it come down. I'll show you. Maybe I did something here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna figure that out later, but right now we're just gonna do this. So yeah, easy, right? We have a form, we have an email, we have a name, and yeah, on the next thing, we can also do calls 50, which is like how many characters you can put inside it. Like, you know, I already told you, right? There are many like people like with who can just write, they have big names. So just to like, you know, make it smaller, you can specify like how much you want them to add. So you can just do 20. I did like max length, but max length is not gonna work. So use calls. So calls for that. So you can do calls, right? Calls. You can say calls maybe 10, only 10. You want them only to tell 10 things about them. I mean 10 letters. So you can just say okay. Oh, I think calls is not that. Calls is like the width. The calls is actually the width. Okay, sorry about that. I got confused. Sorry. The calls is actually the width. So if I can define it like that, and I can do that. You see, it can do that. So that's what it does. Okay. Okay. So hope that's clear for everyone. We specified rows and column. Yeah, it makes sense. Rows and columns. Yeah. Okay. You can do rows. You can maybe I want to do minus. Can I do minus? I want to make it come down a little bit, but I can't. Whatever. But maybe that looks good. Can have one. Yeah. Okay. We can have one comment. I can just do this. Oops, that's a big one. Or if they want to, they can come here and they can come here. Say this and yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah. Or you can come down and you can do that also. See, this is also one of the ways of. Can you see the screen like here? This is also like one of the email things you can do. This is also some kind of a form, but yeah. So this is what we're trying to make. But this thing is actually programmed. But we're just making the basic structure. So yeah, good thing it popped out, even though it was annoying. But yeah, it helped you guys. Okay, so you guys understood now. Just to make a text area, you can't use the input thing. You have to use text area. It has a specific thing for it. Or if you do text area, you can say name comments, and you can say a row size and the column size, like row size, like how many rows. It's like defines how much height, and column defines how much width. So yeah, it's like, do we have time for just one more? I guess I think one more. We have time for that. Okay. So let me just teach you the last thing about this is sending. Okay, so I told you, right, we're gonna send this. So to send something, you just put input type, write it here. It's gonna have its own luxury cell for itself. So I'm gonna say input. You can say input. See what I'm trying to do is right now. I'm gonna say input. I'm gonna say type submit. Okay, type submit. And I can also give it a value. Send, or value send means any name you want. I can say I can say send to me, something like that. And when I do that, let me write it again. For making a send button, all you have to do is this input. Do input. You know, see, whenever we are putting, right, let me just don't show you value first because you guys can get confused. Okay, I'm gonna say value, and I'm gonna say submit. Okay, when I do that, it's automatically gonna make me something. So I can see, right, this looks like that, but no, I don't want that. I also want to add a value. So whenever I do that, okay, so let me just do that. And now you can understand what I mean. It automatically creates a button. So you have to add a value. So yeah, hope that's understood by you guys. See, the email works. So you can see right now, right? Email works. So I'm gonna say, okay, I can say comments. And if I want to write more, I can come here. I can just do, craziness, right? And I can just say my name, DD, whatever. And yeah, it's gonna send it. And yeah, you see, remember that thing I told you? I said that whenever someone sends, like whenever they finish with the form, I want you to mail to like my email. So that's what it did. So this is what exactly did. So if I press send now, see, it just sent it. So I can do that, maybe if I want to, but I'm not gonna do it because. So yeah, hope you understood now. Uh, Now, what else did I want to do? Yeah, there's also something called clear. So something same like, this one, but instead of writing submit, you say reset. Instead of send, you say clear. Control V, and if I just refresh that, it's gonna clear everything. Clear. See, and I have to teach you one more thing. Remember, I told you have to tell about required. I didn't tell you about required, right? So required is, I can add it here. Required. Maybe I'm really personal about my name, so I don't want to tell my name. I just write my email. I'm just gonna write my email. Reading. Okay. Whatever. Growing.com. Comments. Great. And if I say that, oh, it said clear. Okay, 1 minute. I have to change that to, instead of reset, because I forgot to change that. So I'm gonna say submit, and I'm gonna say, you see right now, if I do that, so you can change it anything. So right now the clear button actually became, I give it a type submit, but I can also, I can change the name. I want to say submit. I can say submit. I want to say submit. I can say submit. If I want to say send, for British people out there, I can say send. Send. That's like easy, right? Now if I don't want to say my name, and I can say this like that. Say this and say this. Great work, guys. Okay, and I can say this. See, it says me, you have to fill out this you have to fill out these field. Okay, you see, right now I have to add something, otherwise it's not gonna send me. So you're saying, so I'm saying like, no, I can't add my name. So it's like, no, you have to fill out this field, otherwise you can't do it. And something interesting is that this will look different in like Firefox. So if I open Firefox right now, it's going to look like very different from like right now. So right now, if you see, I'm going to open Firefox so you can see. I'm going to paste the thing over there, and you see, it looks very different, right? Look at this. It looks different. You can say like that. I just say no, 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 no. See, looks so good, right? Even it has some colors to it. Well, that's very weird, okay? And if I say send, it says please fill out this field. D. And yeah, it sends it to my email. So last thing is that you can do this now. There's something very cool about this. You can do this now. Inside, right? This is the last thing. Inside this, you can actually do this. If I say this now, look at what's going to happen, okay? See? You see what's going to happen? It, instead of, it wrote something inside. So how do you do that? You do that by, 1 minute, let me just tell you what I did. So it's set, no, oops, by, okay. Let me select this, X, I can make another. So you can also make the comment box in input, and it will also look much better. So how you can do that, look at how it looks now. Okay, I'll teach you how it works, but right now look at how it looks. See, it, instead of like being blank, you can also write like something here, something like that. Enter your country here, so I can say Pakistan, something like that. So yeah, it works like that. So that's cool, right? So how you make that is, you say input, type, text, you say text, and you say name. You want the country because it already understands it. So let me write it again for you guys. How it means, type text. I want to write in text. Yeah, write text. Oops. Oh my God. Okay, let me rewrite it again. No. Input type text. Okay. Then what I put next is I say the country. I'm saying to it, what I'm saying to it is that first, remember I said to it, right? Name, and that means name. Name, I mean, I'm telling the data that I'm giving is email. So right now, the data I'm giving is country. So see, now it's gonna act like kind of like a country. So name, you can make it anything you want. It's your imagination. I'm gonna say country, country. And to make the thing over there, you have to add a placeholder tag. You can add it also in this one. Let me show you. Placeholder. You can do that. Write something. I can write some. Can say this. And if I do that, you see now it looks good. See, it automatically became, and I can also add a placeholder inside here also, something like that. Control C. Then I can say we can write anything crazy here. And I can just write that. Uh, oh yes, this one. Oops. Okay. Okay, it's not close now. It will not be distracted us now. Okay. So yeah, now you see, write your name, please. We will not share your information. You see, just to make it readable, I'm gonna make the size of this much better. Maybe 50. 90. Just because we can. Yeah, you understand now, right? I hope it was easy for you to understand forms, and please fill out this field. Okay, fill out this field. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a comment here, so I'm gonna say and it's gonna come just like that, and I'm gonna do that, and see, that's easy. Or should not contain the symbol. Okay. See, the Google also knows, So now if I just send it, it's gonna open Outlook, and yeah. So that was the class for today. I hope you guys understood now. I'm giving you a very easy assignment, okay? I'm noticing you people are not like doing your assignments. 1 minute, yes, I'll do that. See, no. See, I have something very important to say. I have noticed you guys are not doing your assignments. I gave you an assignment on a live project. You guys were not doing it. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe you guys are doing it. I'm not getting the email, but I think you guys are doing because Ryan, I think you did it, but you didn't send the email correctly. But just send the email correctly so I can see the email. So I want, okay, I'm looking at the participant box. Okay, I want everyone here, Omar Zia, Saif, Rayan, Mustafa, everyone, and whoever was in this thing. I want you to make a data table survey on people's favorite game. You already learned about table, so I just want you to make people's service game, and it should include like people's name, age, and favorite game. Okay, so that's all for the class. Safe, you can just you can stay here and other people can leave. Okay, so yeah. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, thank you so much. Safe, no, safe, 1 minute. Safe he has to tell me something. Okay. Don't leave the meeting. Don't leave the meeting.
Can you unmute? Can you mute yourself?
Okay.
So, guys, hope you have enjoyed and learned a lot today. Huh?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, leave it.
Okay, safe. You can uncover your mic.
Hello.
Hello. You want to share?
Your voice is so low now. Be
Hold
loud.
on. Hold on. Adon, can you please make me host for some time? Just hold on.
I mean, alright. Safe, can you make my dad the host? I accidentally make it.
How to make